Let me tell you guys about Belly Up Sports. Belly Up Sports is the internet sports bar. Go ahead and check out their website, www.bellyupsports.com, to read some great articles from great writers all across the country, from hockey, baseball, golf, soccer, you name it. Belly Up Sports is the premier, not your average website. The semifinals are done. We have a final, and it is going to be a very interesting one. But before we get to that, let's talk about these semifinals. So Toluca, first place Toluca, beats fourth place Tigres 4-1 on aggregate. The first leg was a 1-1 draw. A very favorable, I would say, matchup. I think, despite not being without Breseño, despite without being Helino, a good first leg, right? You're on the road. You're going up against Tigres, a very, once again, very strong club in Mexico, and you go in there and you get the draw. Confidence should be to go into that second leg and be the top goal scoring team, which is exactly what happened in the second leg. It was a 3-0 win, wasn't even close. Toluca was able to beat Tigres, which I said it. One of the things that does hurt Tigres a little bit is it is kind of a bit of an older team, but strong and sturdy defensively. But this just fast paced attack that Toluca has, the way they play, the tenacity that they have, is the reason why they're the team that finished first this season and why they were the highest goal scoring team. Solid performance, and of course behind Vega to put 2 goals in for the team just to set the tone for this second leg. And I said it. If Toluca can overcome Tigres, I think that this is just another hurdle, another test for them to state their legitimacy in Liga MX. And I think things are looking great. And as far as a guy that, personally for me, I'm just happy to see Hector Herrera be able to excel after leaving with a Dynamo and him doing his thing here with Toluca. He's not a regular everyday starter for Toluca, but still, playing in. And I mean, I think that this team is very talented on all facets of the field, and I think that they're a really good team, and they're finding the right form to go into this final. Now, who are they facing? So, second place, Club América beats third place Cruz Azul 2-2. Once again, it's the aggregate rule. It is the aggregate rule that comes into play. Um, say what you want, man. Is it fair? No. But I will say, in that second leg, all the momentum was in Club America's side. It looked good initially for Cruz Azul going into the home, obviously into America's home soil. It wasn't Azteca, but still very much a club of very much a Club America home field, nonetheless. And they scored a goal. You felt like, oh shoot, momentum's there. They got the 2-0 on the aggregate. Dumb penalty. Dumb penalty. Henry Martin puts it in the back of net. Now it's 2-1. And then they get the finisher, the 2-2. That's all they needed. They didn't need to go get 3. They didn't need to get a third goal because, once again, you have this aggregate goal rule that favors the high. That this, I think this is some way that Liga MX protects the better teams, to protect them, to guarantee that you're going to have the best team possible to win the cup. Um, is it always gonna happen? No. I mean, I think we've. I mean, this clausura this time alone, we've had it be implemented 3 times, twice in the quarterfinals, and now in the semifinal. It's just very to me. The thing that sucks is that it's the semifinal. You've I think in contextually how I felt this time around versus what happened with Monterrey, because Monterrey came back to tie it on aggregate. They had the momentum. This time around, it was in fact Club America that had the momentum. They were down 2-0 on aggregate, and they come back and score 2 unanswered goals to even up the aggregate. I think it's a different story, but still, you know, this is kind of one of those matches. It's a rivalry game, right? Everything that you want from a game. from a semifinal. Everything was there, but unfortunately, just because it's aggregate, we don't get to see extra time. We don't get to see drama of penalties for that reason. But I think once solid defensive effort from America, um, but there's a reason why they're going for a four-peat. This is the reason why they just have the experience, they have the ability to stay fighting for it. I do believe that we're not. This isn't the end of Cruz Azul. I think they have a really good team. They have the right coach. They're gonna get better and better. But yeah, America, and I said it. I said it. This was gonna be the best matchup for America. I think that this was gonna be there. If there was someone that could eliminate America from the playoffs, it was gonna be Cruz Azul. And this final, they want the four-peat. So are we gonna see it? And we'll go right into that one. The final, first place Toluca versus second place America. We got the highest goal scoring team in Toluca versus the best defensive team in Club America. It is very much yin versus yang. It is going to be a very interesting matchup. I think Toluca has all the momentum on their part. I think handling it, the way they handled Tigres does give them at least the edge as far as momentum goes. America did have to come back and had to go to that aggregate rule to advance, but still nonetheless has been the best team. And like I said, America is the best team in the playoffs. I'm not. It's not me taking jabs at America. This isn't what I mean. This isn't me taking jabs at Toluca. This is just me seeing how I feel, and once again, I'm always going to usually side with the better defensive team, despite the fact that I just don't generally like Club América, even though I don't really have a Liga MX team. Once again, I do have a soft spot for Toluca, so maybe I have some bias, but I don't at the end of the day. I really don't, because I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna say America wins it. I think America gets the four-peat. I think that this team, what this journey for Toluca that we've been following so far in Liga MX. It's been great. It's been awesome. I love it. I love that they've gotten better and better over the years, and they're back in the final. And I really, really want them to win the final. I For many reasons. One, because I grew up watching Toluca, and that's a fun club. It's a club that people forget are one of the most successful teams in Liga MX history. Um, just the all the history that comes from that team, but on top of that, Hector Herrera, someone who I view as a good friend of mine. Maybe not a good friend, just someone that so a good just a friend, someone that I view as a friend. Um, I would love to see him lift a trophy. I would love to see uh this would happen for him. That's what I'm pulling for, and I mean a lot of guys, man. Vega, his bounce back. I think that it was great that he decided to come back to Toluca. I thought it was awesome that he kind of earned his place back in the conversation as especially as one of the top Mexican players. Um, Paulinho, just an amazing, back to back seasons to be the top goal scorer. This team has so much to play for, and I think once again, Antonio Mohamed, just the perfect coach for this team. If for to have that mentality, this story is just perfect for them, right? They overcome the hurdle of Monterrey. They overcome the hurdle of Tigres. Can they get over one more hurdle? And I really hope so. But this America team is just on a different level, man. Once again, one of the better defensive teams, one of the a team that definitely knows how to overcome adversity. Jesus Christ, I can't say fucking words. Sorry for cussing, Kelsey. America's just built for this. They are built for the playoffs. They were a playing team last playoff in the Apertura. They were a playing team, and they won the whole thing after me trying to dog on the fact that playing. I can't see a playing team winning a Liga MX trophy, and they did it. They did it for the three-peat, and they want that four-peat. Once again, they're just by far the better team in every aspect of it. I think the second leg is going to be the first leg is going to be very important. How you dictate how does Toluca respond to their defense of America, and also Toluca has last time they played in the playoffs. The last time they faced off in the playoffs, America didn't give they hang a goose egg on Toluca. America didn't, I believe, won both those games 2-0. That's got to be on the back of their minds. Not remembering how embarrassing it was for them to have one a playing team go into this matchup. They were in some sense favored because of having the being the higher seed and having that second leg be in your home stadium. Like all those things, everything favoring Toluca, right? They positioned themselves to be one of the better teams. They were, I think, all in all, one of the best teams that season as well. The best, at least they had the leading goal scorer. Paulinho was the leading goal scorer, and imagine being able to do that and still not be good enough to beat America. This time around, best attacking side. Can they get it? Can they do enough to overcome Club América? Because once again, this is Club América. This is Liga MX. This is the team that, when you think of Liga MX, you're thinking of America, and that's gonna be the challenge. And that this is once again the final hurdle. This is the final, right? The final. Can they overcome this hurdle to lift the trophy? I guarantee you, everybody's rooting for Toluca, unless you're a rival of Toluca. But I feel like the hatred that Club America comes with, you do not want to see that team get the four-peat. I guarantee you, there's Chivas fans that don't want to see this team get the four-peat. They don't, because if America gets the four-peat, it's just gonna we're never gonna hear the end of it. It's the whole hard truth. But I said it. I said it. If America gets to the final, they're going to win it. They're going to win it. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong here, because I don't want to see them win it. Um, are they a good team? Yes. Are they talented? Yes. There's players on that team that I like watching. Obviously, Sendejas is the guy that I'll point out right away. Malagon, amazing goalkeeper. There's so many players on America that are so good. Jonathan Dos Santos. Can he? I don't know if this is his final season. I don't think so, but his story as well. Things like that, man. Like this team is really good. I do firmly believe that they are the better. They're the best team, despite being second place. We're the best team in Liga MX this season. It's insane that they have a chance at reaching something historical as a four-peat, and yeah, I hope they don't do it, but I know they're gonna. Like I said, I'm gonna stand by my statement that I made last episode. I said it. If they make it to the final, they're going to win the four-peat, um, and I'm gonna stand by it. I will be rooting for Toluca. I will be hoping Toluca can do it, for many reasons. Obviously, Acha Acha being the biggest one, but I cannot. It's just hard. It's just hard for me. I think America is just too big of a Goliath, which is crazy to say when we're talking about a second place team. But that's how good they are. It doesn't matter where they place. I literally last season, it doesn't matter where they place. They just know how to play in the tournament. They know how to play in Liga MX playoffs. They know how to go far. They know how to win the thing. And that's going to be the challenge for Toluca. Can they overcome that? And if they do, I will say the rebuild is a success. Of all the changes that Toluca has done over the years, from hiring Hernan Cristante, firing Hernan Cristante, hiring Cardoso, firing Cardoso, bringing in coaches that have plenty of experience of winning Liga MX, and it's just not working. Bringing in players, players on players on players, and it's still not working. Have they found the formula? Have they finally got the unit that can do it, can get it together? Is Ache Ache the final piece needed to overcome their tragedies? Are we gonna see Toluca finally lift the trophy? I sure hope so. But like I said, I'm gonna stick with my prediction. I'm gonna stick with Club America. Um, because like I said, I think they're the best team, and I stand by my statement of if they make it to the final, they're gonna get the four-peat. So I'm gonna stick with my prediction. Like I said, I'm hope I'm wrong. Same thing like last week. I said I actually predicted Tigres and Cruz Azul to be in the final, and that was because I was really hoping for Toluca to. I was I picked Tigres in hopes that Toluca was going to overcome Tigres. I actually did pick Cruz Azul, hoping that Cruz Azul would do it, because once again, I do believe that Cruz Azul was the best shot at preventing America winning the four-peat. So we'll see if Toluca can do it. Can the best attack beat the best defense? We'll find out, man. Like I said, the second leg has probably already been. The second leg has definitely been played by the time you listen to this. But that final, that's hopefully the second leg. Hopefully that first leg is not a blowout. And then hopefully so that way the second leg is actually can be enjoyable and able to be watched. So we'll see what happens, man. But it's Memorial Day weekend, right? Memorial Day weekend. So most people are going to be off Saturday. So everyone has a reason to stay up and watch that final. So we'll see how that all transpires, man. I can't wait, man. This is going to hopefully be a really good matchup. You have the two best teams in Liga MX this season, duking it out, and I really hope that it lives up to the billing. So, like I said, my prediction is Club América, though I will be heavily rooting for Deportivo de Toluca to see the Los Diablos Rojos win a trophy after so many years.
Who is that guy?